Hey, what's up? My name is Sasuke and welcome to another Clash Royale video. Today we'll be checking out a Miner Balloon deck. I bet you may be asking,
Hey Sasuke, how do I even play Miner and Balloon together?
well, as we all know, the balloon does a bucket load of damage. However, it's quite vulnerable.
Like a teensy little dude flower.
So usually, what people do is they use a Lava Hound to tank for the balloon. However, who has time to play 7 Elixir for the Lava Hound?
Denied.
So therefore, we are going to use the 3 Elixir Miner to tank for our balloon. So for the core of the deck, we have the Miner and the balloon. The rest of the deck, we'll just fill it with nice solid cards like the Archers, the Barbarians, the Mega Minion, Tombstone, Zap and Fireball, just to stop annoying Royal Giant pushes and stuff like that. So let's not waste any more time, let's go kick some butts. Alright, let's see what we have here. Our opponent is Too Sharp from New Age Outlaws. So we have a nice opening with the Archers. The Archers are the most amazing card ever to play in the opening. You just place them at the back of your King's Tower, they're going to split up and they will cause a lot of pain for your opponent. So I was deliberating between using either the Fireball or the Mega Minion. I decided to use the Mega Minion. I don't want to go down but 1 Elixir by using a 4 Elixir card against a 3 Elixir Bomber. And that was the right move because now I have the Fireball for the Mega Minion. I mean the Minion Horde. Blash. So here we go. Miner Balloon push. So as you can see from our opponent's hand, he doesn't really have a great defensive card against the balloon, so there goes his tower. And look at that, just from one simple Miner Balloon push, we have taken his tower down to 450 health. And here we have the Barbarians, great for stopping Hog Riders. This deck has a lot of options for dealing with the Hog Rider. You have the Tombstone, you have Barbarians, you can even place Archers at the back of the tower just if you just didn't have another option. So the Fireball is a little late over there, didn't stop the bombers from bombing our Barbarians. It's fine. So here I am just storing up Elixir, waiting to react. So here's the Tombstone to deal with the Royal Giant. Royal Giant's a little bit painful for this deck, but with good timing from Tombstone and stuff like Archers and Mega Minion, you should be able to deal with a Royal Giant without taking too much damage to your tower health. But as you all know, Royal Giant players are assholes, so there's no actual real way to stop a Royal Giant barring, let's say, an Inferno Tower or something, which we don't really have the luxury of playing. So here we go, our opponent pushing down the left lane. I just dropped a little Tombstone to stop it. I was hoping to get the tower on the right in exchange for my tower on the left. However, it seems like we are in a pretty bad spot now as our opponent has taken our left tower with an all-in push with Hog Rider Barbarians. There's very little we could have done for that push other than dropping a Fireball without committing too much Elixir to it. So here Miner just silently chipping away on the left and taking out the tower on the left. So I'm going to raise the tower by trying to get my balloon there. So my opponent overcommitted to this push. He didn't have any Elixir to defend against the balloon and my balloon just wrecked his tower on the right. However, he has this over-leveled rocket which he used to destroy my tower on the right. As you can see, it's a pretty common theme in these games. I'll be playing against cards that are higher level than mine, level 12 commons, level 9 rares, very common. My only over-leveled card is the balloon, which is level 6, but even then you will see a lot of level 6 epic cards from my opponents. So here it's a race. I just put in the minimum amount to stop this push and save up for a balloon. There we go, the balloon's gonna reach the tower. I think the balloon will get the tower in one hit. My opponent's desperate fire spirits trying to stop the balloon push and Minion Horde too late, and it's a well played, and that's a W for us. Alright, for our second game we'll be playing against Lavaloon, which in Chinese means tiger. It's from some clan that I'm not even going to try pronouncing. So again, we have nice openers in our hand. We have Tombstone and Archers, both of which are pretty good. I elected to use the Tombstone here, but perhaps the Archers would have been a better choice because Tombstone is really good against Sparky. So this Sparky is going to be a pain in the ass for me. I need to find a way to get it to fire off its charge. And then place my barbarians, because if I place my barbarians first, they're gonna get destroyed by Sparky. And there we go, minion horde with the Sparky, level 12 minion horde. And thankfully, our lone archer took the hit from Sparky, allowing us to counter it with our barbarians, but opponent dropping a wizard over here, just destroying the whole barbarian horde without taking a single point of tower damage. And as you can see, level 9 rare. So don't believe all those Reddit threads that you see saying how you should be in like 4.3k or something with tournament level cuts. That's bullshit. I'm playing at I think 3.9k and I'm seeing a lot of level 12 commons and level 9 every single game actually. Level 12 commons, level 9 rares. I think none of my rares are level 9 except for my Hawk Rider, which I don't really use. Here we go, minor balloon push. Well, I'm gonna try to stop it with a fireball, not the best move. Now he has nothing to do with my balloon. As you can see, the balloon just casually floating down and laying waste to that tower. Opponent must be shitting bricks when he saw the balloon. Fireball here. If you don't like fireball, you can always play arrows. They also deal with the minion horde very effectively, but I like fireball because it deals with stuff like wizards and Three Musketeers. So here, Tombstone, a little bit too early, should have dropped the split archers at the back. Because I needed the Tombstone against the giant Sparky push. So another strategy that you can adopt here is, if your opponent tries to commit to a push on one lane, you do your minor balloon push on another lane. Your push only costs 8 elixir, while look at my opponent's push, it costs him 16 elixir. So 2 tombstones, a fireball, should be able to take out most of this push. Sparky just wrecking my skeletons. But that allowed me to play my barbarians after I realized that the Sparky has zoomed in on my skeletons. So zap here, take out the skeletons. Wizard. I wanted to use my miner to distract the wizard, but it didn't work out so well. I was a little late. So there, I managed to take out the tower on the right. Can we get the tower on the left? Can we get the tower on the left? And at the right second, we got it for 2 crowns, just like that. Let's go on to our third game, where we are playing against Camus from Elixir Monkeys. That's a pretty funky clan name. Elixir Monkey. I love it. So our opponent is a filthy elite barbarian Hawk Rider user. So there we go, another level 9 rare, whatever, we can deal with it. And this is the reason why I'm stuck at where I am. So I should have zapped earlier. The fireball wasn't necessary. I was a little bit distracted by the ice wizard, so that was a really bad play on my part. Plus I've used up my barbarians, now I can't stop his elite barbarians as effectively. I dropped Tombstone Mega Minion. Tombstone Mega Minion is pretty good against elite barbarians. However, if you have zap for your skeletons from Tombstone, then you are pretty much screwed. So as you can see here, my Mega Minion survived. If I had Miner earlier, then my Miner could have tanked the tower and my Mega Minion would have been able to deal some damage to the tower. And here my opponent with a insane Hawk Rider mini P.E.K.K.A push. I have no idea why, but every single deck I play, I just cannot deal with mini P.E.K.K.A effectively. Mini P.E.K.K.A is just such a great card. And all the opponents I play against tend to use him very well. So here, if you don't have the Miner, you can use the Barbarians as your tank for your balloon. However, my opponent has a nice Musketeer, which will stop the brunt of the damage. Oh, my balloon actually got 1 hit in. I got like 1,000 damage or something. Pretty insane. So here, nice place to drop a fireball, but being the noob I am, I did not fireball. I instead went with the Mega Minion so that I had something to tank for my balloon, but poor timing on the Mega Minion. The Musketeer did not lock onto my tower. Here another filthy level 12 elite barbarian, level 9 Hawk Rider push, damn you! We managed to stop that with skill and good cuts. And here we go, nice mid shield for the balloon. This is a pretty tough opponent because he has both Ice Wizard and Musketeer, which are really good against the balloon. So here he placed his musketeer too early. His musketeer homed in on my miner, and I managed to get my balloon in for 2 hits. Look at how much damage that balloon does. So don't worry if your balloon's only like level 3 or 4 or even level 5. Balloon still does a shit ton of damage. Here we go. He did barbarian zap on my grave, on my tombstone. So if I can manage to stop this push, I will be able to win this easily. We managed to stop it. Wasted zap over there. So if I could get 1 hit with the miner, I can finish off the tower with my fireball. I could not, so I have to cycle to my zap. But I did not need to because my opponent dropped the lock over my archer's head, and my archer managed to get the hit in for the win. Or else, we would not know which way the game could have went. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. And as always, love yourself and take care. Bye bye.